We're going to stay at 4,500 because I want to do a steep spiral. Or engine out into a steep spiral.
Gotcha.
So this will give us enough time to initiate the steep spiral, run through our checklist and flow, so go ahead and get all that stuff ready. So hypothetically in this scenario, we lost our engine over somewhere we actually want it to land.
Right.
This is going to really test our energy management and sight picture coming all the way down to the ground.
Right.
And we're going to see if we would have made our field or not. So we actually got the runway in sight there. Good deal.
Right off the nose.
Now obviously if there's traffic in the pattern or something like that, we wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
So we'll announce our intentions, make sure we're being safe about it. It's also good to do this exercise over grass runway or private or non-towered fields, where you can actually get it pretty low without actually landing, but see if we would have made it or not. So for emergencies, I always say don't make a bad situation worse by rushing through things. So emergency scenario, we're going to pitch for airspeed. We're going to find a good place to land, which in this case we kind of already got that pre-selected, and then we're going to start running through our checklist.
Cool.
In this case, we're also going to be doing our emergency landing checklist. So kind of as you find time throughout doing this, walk through those checklists.
Cool.
But aviate, navigate, then communicate. So fly the plane first. All right, go ahead and start turning this around here.
All right.
Go to the right. Cool, and you should see the field right here. Right off our wing. Alright, so we're landing 3-5, so we're going to spiral over, and like I said, I want you to do 3 revolutions. You can do more if you feel like we need to do more, and then put us into the left downwind for 3-5.
Alright.
Caddo, traffic 71 to section, turning final 31, Caddo.
Good. Cool. Alright, we're set up in the headwind here.
Yep. Alright.
It's going to be a super power off 180.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll pull our power to idle. We'll slow down to 80 knots.
On field, RHS 557. We are at 4,500 feet over the field. Going to be doing a steep spiral on the left downwind 3-5.
Alright. And here we go. Use some upward trim.
I like it.
Take it easy.
Alright, so your engine just failed here. Oh no.
Oh no. Alright. So we try to get it back going again. So we turn the fuel pump on, mixture rich. And then fuel selector on the fullest tank. And then cycle our mags and get our alt air open. And if we can't get it going again, then we will execute our emergency checklist. So we'll spot 7,700, on 121.5.
Good. Alright, coming up on that first revolution here, so get ready to clear your engine. Alright, so engine failure, one of the most common reasons for that is going to be fuel starvation, right? So the first thing we're going to do, fuel pump on, mixture rich, make sure we've got the fullest tank selected. From there, if we don't have anything, we can cycle our magnetos. We've got the alt air in case our induction's blocked. And at that point, if we haven't got power back, we need to start getting ready to make an emergency landing. So above 1500 AGL, we'd start that emergency landing checklist. Looks like airspeed and bank spin good. Another thing to keep in mind on these steep spiral, as our ground speed increases, our bank needs to increase as well, so we don't drift too far from the field. So we've kind of drifted a little bit to the south here, so we're going to shallow out your bank. Good. And just kind of hold that for a minute. Let us get closer to the field, and then you can start that spiral again.
Cool.
Bottom field, RHS 587 over the field, 3,300, doing a steep spiral on the left downwind 3-5, bottom.
Cool.
Doing a great job holding that airspeed. Trim looks good.
And we'll start steepening that bank a little bit.
That ground speed's going to start skyrocketing. So keep going. Go to like 45, maybe 60 degrees here. Tighten it up. There we go. And then we come back into that headwind here, so start walking it out nice and easy. Good. And we're up on a point here, so clear the engine one more time. And
Alright.
Gonna do another one?
Sure.
Alright.
Why not? Alright. We'll get that bank pretty steep as we catch that tailwind.
Bottom field, RHS 587 over the field, 2,500, gonna be entering left downwind for 3-5, bottom. Yeah. Good job catching that airspeed.
Alright, as we get the headwind again. We'll start walking off that bank.
Good. So now let's just kind of drift over across midfield and get into that left downwind.
Awesome.
Got 2,200 feet here. What do you think? You think we're going to make it?
Yeah.
All right, so we're pitching for what speed here?
76.
Good. And then we could do that emergency landing checklist now.
Awesome. So we got our seats and seatbelts on, panel switches. We would turn those all off, throttle cut off.
That airspeed, good.
This is simulated, but in a real situation, we cut off the mixture, and then we turn our magnetos off and our fuel selector off. In this scenario, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Simulated.
Always simulated, hopefully.
Yep.
Unless it's the real thing.
And then as we come in, we'll walk in our flaps.
Yeah. All right, so we're crossing the field about 1,000 AGL here. So now just do whatever you think we need to do to make the runway.
All right.
Final field arch to 557 over crossing the field at TPA, beginning left downwind 35 on. Might have to make this pretty tight because we are losing some altitude here. We're about to hit a headwind. Oh, yeah, we've got plenty of space here. Just keep in mind that wind's going to push us closer to the runway, so kind of widen this out so we don't overshoot it.
Makes sense.
Just going to clear your engine here momentarily.
Thank you.
Good. I like it.
Keep it coming out this way. Flap in.
Final field arch 557, left down, or I'm sorry, left base 35 on them. Yeah, but then just watch your airspeed here. We don't want to stall with no power. Whee!
Whee!
Alright, overshot a little bit, but that's alright. Bring that flap in. And final field arch 557, short final, 35 on them. Cool.
Get that last flap in.
You think we're going to land a little long here?
Slightly, yeah.
Alright, let's try to get over the runway. You have to go around, we'll see. I think in an emergency situation we probably survive. Let's go ahead and go around. Let's set up for just a normal landing. Alright, so from an anticipation standpoint here, we know we've got a strong crosswind. So we can crab or side slip into it. Either one's fine. If you want to crab, I'd just say, 50 or 100 AGL, transition to that side slip so we can get ready. A lot of times newer pilots have a hard time making that quick transition to crab and side slip. We end up landing side loaded.
Traffic Cessna 190, tree, left base, runway through, Cato.
Final traffic arch 557, left downwind 35 on. Look at that, 25 degree wind correction, that's crazy. We're still like right on top of the runway.
I know.
Decatur traffic, helicopter 420 off Echo, 4 miles to the east, inbound for the direct to the fuel pump, Decatur.
Final traffic, Archer 557, left to base, 35, full stop, on.
Overshot it just a tad. Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
We may come do landings on like Sunday.
Yeah.
Just do the ground reference today, we'll see. Alright, let's change that side slip, get that aileron in, some right rudder. Good.
Stall, 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 stall.
Oh my goodness, you got it.
Thank you. All right. Well,
Might just be all right. Making it look easy over there.